Gee, it's been a few years since I've fished here. G'day folks, this afternoon I'm fishing at Lake Moodemere at a part of the lake that I haven't been able to fish for a few years. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. If you look back on some of my earlier videos, I used to fish here a lot, particularly in the morning. This is the spot where the flood gauge is. You know the one, the flood gauge with a Tassie Devil lure hanging off it. That was a unexpected find. Not many people would fish Lake Moodemere with a trout lure. Anyway, this particular spot, this is one of my favourite spots at Lake Moodemere to fish. I'll come back a little bit. I've fished here quite a few times next to this flood gauge here, this flood marker, or water level gauge, whatever you want to call it. But the last few years there's been too much water, and where I'm standing here now, all this has been underwater and the water's been up here to the high bank. And even this time last year, this was all still underwater. I reckon it's been probably 3 years since I fished in this particular spot. I fished over there in the open area, I fished around the corner near the boat ramp, but I haven't fished here. Anyway, it's June, it's cold. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites, but I'm hoping I can pick up 1 or 2 fish. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. It's mostly carp, but there is the odd redfin or yellow belly or even silver perch in here. So I'm going to have one rod. I've got 2 rods. One's going to have corn on it, and the other one's going to have worms on it. Let's get the lines in. Righto, line number 1, a stumpy rod, paternoster rig, and 5 home brand corn kernels from Coles. Home brand or Coles brand or whatever brand it is. Line number 2, running sinker rig with 2 big juicy janjuck bait worm, janjuck fishing worms on it. That can go out that way. Look at that. Neither line out in front, one out there and one out there. Current time is 2:35, 25 to 3. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a pretty quiet afternoon over here today, but that happens in winter. As long as I can pick up a couple, I'll be happy with that. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a pretty quiet afternoon over here today, but I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. I 100% just had a nibble. Oh, and on the corn. Whoa. Whoa. I was just about to say I 100% just had a nibble. Oh, it got off. It got off. I was just about to say I 100% just had a nibble on my worms, and as I said it, something just went bang and just smashed the corn and then got off. That was a decent fish. I've been sitting here about 10 minutes. That's it. That happened way quicker than I thought it would. I was expecting. There it goes. There it goes. Something's playing with the worms. I reckon on that corn there, then it was probably a big carp. But with the worms, you just never know. It could be anything. Righto, cornholio, you go back out there. See if we can do that again. Oh, me worms. He's playing with that and got him. It's only a small fish, I reckon it's a little carp. I did get off as well. Oh, no way, I can't take a trick. I've lost 2 fish in about 2 minutes. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. I'm almost certain that I just had a nibble on my worms again. I just looked up and saw the line move a bit. Just had a big bite on the worms, big bite. On, take it, and got him. Not a very big fish. Well, it's a reasonable fish. That's not a tiddler. I'm going to guess it's about a 45. Oh, he got off. Can you believe that? That's 3 in a row that I've lost. The fish are on the bite. I just can't keep them on the hook. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. I'm getting corn bites here. Can't believe how many bites I'm getting. Got him. Now, number 4. See if I can land number 4. Being that it was on corn, I'm going to guess that this is a carp. I can't believe how many bites I'm getting. Like, for June, this is pretty incredible. This is the longest I've kept one on. I didn't bring a landing net because I shouldn't really need one here. It's pretty flat. I should be able to just beach my catch. And I'm pretty sure I just saw some big mud marlin lips come up. Those luscious lips. Yep, Carpio. It's a winter. Oh, look at that, a winter mud marlin. I'm trying not to get too close because I don't want to get splashed. Current temperature is about 12 degrees. Right. Now, I'm on the board with a winter Lake Moodemere mud marlin. It's about 3 metres. 3 metres according to that measurer. Now seriously, I reckon it's about 52 or 53 centimetres. I'll go and put it to sleep and then I'll get my line back in. Let me worm rod here. Got him. Haven't even got the other one put to sleep yet. I just took it over there and put it on the ground ready to do the deed. I was looking for a stick to knock it on the head with, and I looked up and this was getting a nibble, so I've raced back over. This one feels a bit bigger than the other one. It's all happening at Lake Moodemere. Lake Moodemere midwinter mud marlin of Lake Moodemere. I can hear the other one over there flipping around. I'll go and knock them both out together. I just had a look at my camera. It's got 7% battery on it. My battery could drop out any second while I'm reeling this in. It's similar size. Twins. Righto, mate. Let me get beached. Beached. Look at that, I've got the daily double at Lake Moodemere in the middle of June. That's pretty cool. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. Look at that, middle of June, and I've caught 2 carp at once. Oh look, that sticks right there, that'll do. I think you know what's about to happen to these fish. Alright, I'll do that, then get my line back in. I've got fresh bait on both lines. I was over here back in April and the fishing wasn't this good. Me corn already, they just put it back in. This is incredible. Wouldn't have been back in 30 seconds and something's already grabbed me corn. Here he goes. Missed him. Oh, look at me worms! Whoa! I missed it. Something grabbed me worm rod while I was putting the corn back in. The old corn biter is back. Oh, he's pulling. He's dropped it. He's gone slack again. Maybe he got all me corn. All me worms. Whoa. Got him. Whoa. Big. He's pretty similar to the last. Oh, me corn going. Look. Something's picked it up and just ran with it. Got him. Oh, no. Oh. The daily double. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a pretty quiet afternoon over here today, but a fish on each rod. How do I reel them both in at once? This one feels substantial. Alright, I've reeled a bit of slack. Hopefully he hasn't spat it out yet. No, it's still there on the corn rod. Look at this, 2 at once. Daily double. This is where it's good to have your drag set properly. I'm going to put that one between my legs. The moment I see that one of these is a yellow belly or a silver perch or a redfin or something, the other one just gets open the bail and sit on the rod rest. Right, this one can come aboard. All aboard. Right, he's banked. Don't you dare splash water on my camera. Oh, I've got ducks on the go up here, I've got fish on the go here. It's all happening. Don't you dare get back in the water, fish. This is just absolutely incredible. It really is. I've never seen anything like this. Not this time of year anyway. This fish isn't as big. It's just going crazy. Sorry, mate. I don't like leaving them on the bank. I like to kill them as quickly as I can. But me sticks up there. I'll be down to one rod soon. It's getting a bit unrelaxing. Oh no, it's wrapped me around that reed. Right, that's it. I've only got 6 pound line, so I don't have the power to break the reed. Oh, it's bigger than the other one. Look at that. The daily double. I've got 2 at once. Would you look at that? 2 at the same time. I've done that before. I've actually done that with much bigger fish. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too long because I just want to put them out of their misery and get my lines back in. Alright. With those 2 fish disposed of, it's time to get my line back in. Not my lines. I actually broke the hook on the worm rod trying to unhook it. No. Put the corn rod back in. Then I've got to tie a new hook onto the end of my running sinker rig and put the worms back in. What's the better hook of fish before I finish tying the hook on the corn rod? I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. Look at this, look at my corn rod. I haven't even tied the hook on to me worm rod yet. And something's already pulling on the corn. Wait, just wait, little rod. Look at the stumpy rod, look. I'm trying to tie my bloody hook on under this other rod here. And the corn rod's going crazy. There's a fish on it, I reckon. And yep, there, oh, got a bit of go in him. I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely knew I was going to catch a fish on here before I even got my worm rod in. Just checking my camera to make sure I'm recording. What is it about today? Well, something has triggered these fish to just go on an absolute frenzy. Another carpio. Most of the fish I catch here are carp, but if you've watched my videos on my channel for long enough, you'll know that I do catch the odd redfin and yellow belly as well, and even the odd silver perch. I'll take you down to the stick and you can meet your maker. I've lost count. I think it's 5. Right, put the corn back out. Wind the slack in. Finish rigging my running sinker. I think I tied the hook on, but I just need to trim the tail off the end of it and then I'm right to go. Put a fresh worm on and look at this, my corn already. It's already got a bite. You saw me just cast it in just then, look. I'd literally just put it in just then. Fucker, this is incredible. This is unrelaxing. Got him. I just cannot get my worm rod back in. I'd rather have actually I'll leave this out while I put the worm rod in. Because if I'm going to catch a redfin or a yellow belly or something different, it's more likely going to be on the worm rod, so I should give that priority. Give preference to the worms. I'm dragging him in by that top fin. They often tangle like that and it just makes them pull a lot harder. He's up on the bank. He's beached. And that's another one. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Another one for the pile. I might leave that corn rod out just for a couple of minutes, just so I can get my worm rod back in. Catch me breath. It's just been non-stop. Just going to go a single worm this time. They're nice and big, these Jan Juck worms, so one of them will be enough. It's not like the fish aren't biting. If I wasn't getting any bites, I'd put 2 on and bulk it up like I did when I first got here. But I think that the way they're biting, 1 should be adequate. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. Right, now I'll get my worms back in. Then I'll wash my hands and chill out for a bit. I've caught a lot of carp in this lake over the years, but I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this, especially not in the middle of winter. Something has really got these fish fired up at the moment. A bite on the worm. That was a bite on the worm. Now something's nibbling at my corn as well. I reckon I sat still there for about 1 minute. I got about a 1 minute break before the nibble started. Got him. Whoa! Feels like this one could be a bit bigger, but it's hard to say because sometimes the initial jolt when they first hook up can just make them feel bigger. But certainly, oh, he got off. That got off. I can see a big boil out there. I certainly reckon it was a bigger fish. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. In fact, I'm probably relieved. I can keep my hands dry for a couple of minutes. Well, maybe not, because the worms are getting a bite now instead. Hang on. Leave that one down there. It's raining carp. There must be like a plague of carp out there. They're in plague proportions. If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have set up a camera and just filmed an unedited video. Just half an hour unedited video. Probably would have caught 10 fish in that half an hour. The car's just rocked up over there. These carp are out of control in here. There would have been hundreds, probably thousands of carp killed here in the last 6 months by anglers, leaving them laying on the bank, and they just keep on coming. Bit of a bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. It's a carp convention. I know I'm not going to get a lot of bites. Right, a couple of fresh worms, or actually one fresh worm and one old worm. There was still like half the old one on there. So I topped that up with a fresh one. Where's me stumpy one? I might leave this out for a few minutes. Holly's been trying to get hold of me and I just can't reply to her message. I cannot stop. It hasn't stopped. Not a bad problem to have. I've gone down to one rod and I still get a bite straight away. I cannot believe how many fish I'm catching here. I've had to leave one line out for a little while just so that I can catch my breath, reply to Holly's text message. I've never seen anything like it. And what really this right now, look, what really baffles me is that, got him, oh no, done him. The last couple of times I've been here, I've caught a few fish, but there's been times where I've sat here for like an hour or even two without any bites. I come over here with my friend Rowan, not Rowan from RKJ Fishing, a different Rowan Harbottle. We sat over there and we fished all afternoon back in, it's around about Christmas time and it was lots of people around. And we sat there all afternoon and caught like 2 or 3 carp and that was it. I mean, I missed him, getting lots of bites. These fish must have been here. They can't have just turned up since then. They must have just been not biting. Got him. Look at the waves out there. This feels pretty heavy, this fish. This feels like a big one. They've all been similar. I reckon the range has been between about 40 centimetres and 55 centimetres. It's most of them being around 50. And this is no exception to the rule. Oh, he's hooked his wrapped around that top fin again. That's why it feels so big. Look, that top fin just broke free and he went nuts. A fat one, that one. You're a fatty, mate. Oh well, over to the stick we go. I've just re-threaded the same worms on. I've gone from 2 big, fat, fresh, juicy worms on this line and 5 corn kernels on that line to just having one line in with second-hand worms on it. Not very often you go fishing and you have to do what you can to slow the action down. I just couldn't keep up. I forgot that I brought this with me. Me O-knife axe. I forget the actual name of it. I brought it with me and forgot I had it. I've been going up there and using a stick to dong these carp. otacle or oticle, that's the one. That heavy bit at the back is the best for carp. I totally forgot I even had it with me. Good. I just put the line in, I threw it out, I had a nibble and I missed it, so I checked the bait, threw it out, then bang, straight away hooked a fish. Is that filming now? Did I just start that or stop it? There's that much going on here, I don't even know whether I'm filming. Hang on, I'll hit stop and start again if it's filming. It was filming. This is Carp Central, this is. Now I've already caught 2 carp on these worms. I'm not even going to touch them. I'm just going to put them straight back out as they are. Go for the hat trick. I'll keep talking. I've caught that many. It's not like it's going to matter. It's a big one. It's about the bloody 12th one, I reckon.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, what are you up to on your break?
Just on my break.
Oh, the fish got off. It got off. Well, I broke my line actually. I reckon that one was a bit bigger. Yeah. Now, what happened there, half an hour ago, I've been on the phone for half an hour, and I can tell you it's been exactly half an hour because my DJI camera on my head shuts off after half an hour, and just when I got off the phone now, it went beep, 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 and shut off. Anyway, I hooked a fish. I was on the phone to Loretta. I hooked a fish. It felt like a big fish, and it actually snapped the line. I've got a split shot on here now as the stopper, but I had a twig, so there could have been a weak spot there at the knot. I don't know, but it did feel like quite a big fish. And it broke the line, and then I just chilled out and sat here on the phone for half an hour or so. Now I'm back in the game for a little while. In an act of sheer bravery, I'm putting my corn rod back in. Yeah, he's got him. This is a yellow belly, this one. I wish. That's wishful thinking. I was going to say, you can tell it's a carp by the way it came to the surface, but in all honesty, I think I'm fishing in about 2 feet of water out there, so the surface isn't actually all that far away from the bottom. Be good if it was a yellow belly, but it's unlikely, and no, it's a carpio. El Carpio. Beached. Got him! Got him, yes! My split shot slid down the line a bit. Here he goes the corn. Let's let it go. Does it let it go or does it just swim towards me? There he goes. It's taking it up again. He's on there. Got him. Haven't caught any real big carp. They've all been big, but they haven't caught any little ones. As in 10 or 15 centimetre little ones, but I haven't caught any real big ones, like big 70 centimetre models either. They've all been around that 45 to 50 sort of size. This one feels a bit heavy. I still don't reckon it's a huge one though. Little stumpy rods bending right over, as well as a stumpy rod can bend over. Someone asked me the other day what sort of reel I had on this rod. It's a Shimano something. If it stops spinning, I'll tell you. It's a 1000 size Shimano Nexave. Nexave. I saw the comment coming suddenly, but I'm not sure whether I got back to it or not. I try to keep up and reply to all my comments, but sometimes it gets a bit hectic. There's a lot going on here today. can't keep the corn in for any more than about 5 minutes. This might be the biggest one today. This is the biggest one today, I reckon. Don't you dare tangle my other line. A mud muppet. Big. Certainly the biggest one today. Yeah, that'll be given 60 centimetres a nudge. Righto, corn, bombs away. Come on, worm rod, come on, be a yellow belly, be a redfin. Be a good sport and be a good fish. The worm rod's going and... Oh, missed it. I wonder if maybe it was a different fish, not a carp, that one. If it was a carp, I would have hooked it. Oh, corn rod. That's a carp. Got that one. Missed the worm fish, but got the corn fish. I've had a sea eagle fly over a couple of times and a whole heap of whistling kites fly over. I reckon they're eyeing off my carp pile and they're just waiting for me to leave. And I reckon that within probably 1 minute of me being gone, there'll be birds down here feeding on carp. This one's a bit more manageable than the last one. Actually, I might throw this one. I'm not going on the hill like I have the rest of them, but I'll throw it out on the water. It's a bit more pick-up size. Got to be so careful throwing these carp because if that front fin grabs your finger, it stitches, or at least a big rip anyway. Ugh. Sorry birds, I couldn't throw it any further away than that. I'm not an Olympic shot putter. Getting a nibble on the worms here. I reckon that's going to grab that. It's just constantly moving. And it just stopped. Didn't pull hard, but it was just sort of dancing around a little bit. Oh, so's the corn rod. Grab it. Corn rod's dancing a bit harder than the worm rod. We've got some lunges. I'm just watching my corn rod closely here. Don't go into the weeds, reeds, whatever you want to call them. The Bruce reeds. There's probably an even better name for them. The worm line's just bouncing around a little bit there. Bada bum, bum, bum. Another one's about to bite the dust. Some are silver and some are gold. That's a real gold sort of colour. The last one was gold, but some of the ones earlier today were a real silver colour. Oh well, another one on the board. The amount of fish I've caught this afternoon, I reckon this lake's probably dropped about 6 inches. Got him. Well, this feels a bit heavy. This feels a bit weighty. Haven't found any head shakes, it's just heavy and moving from right to left. Oh, there goes. There goes the head shakes. I can't believe the fishing. I know I've said it a million times in this video, but I'm just blown away by how well the fish are biting. For the middle of winter, it's just incredible. Tell you what, it wasn't this good in the middle of summer. Not even close. Another carpio. I thought it was, but until you see it, there's always that little bit of hope that just maybe it's a yellow belly or something else. Ugh. Still got me line out from the last one. I'm heading off shortly anyway. I'm going to leave them out now. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts, mate. Nuts, I tell you. Well, that was absolutely incredible fishing. For the middle of June, that's mind-blowing. So many fish. I don't know what it is, but something has really got the fish at Lake Moodemere fired up at the moment. I haven't experienced fishing like that at any time of the year, let alone the middle of winter, for a very long time. Thank you all very much for watching.